Hi folks, Mark Victorsen from Pacific. Over the course of the next few weeks, John Hempstock and I are going to show you how to actually get the ball around the course in a reasonably low number, hopefully. In other words, we're going to give you a battle plan for how to play each hole here at Pacific. And Pete Senior, my old mate, says this is the most difficult starting hole in Australia, the first at Pacific, and I think there's ways of making it easier. The first consideration you've got to do is take into account that over there to the right is Bulimba Creek. So when I tee the ball up, I certainly go as far as I can to the right-hand side of the tee block, as you'll see here. And down there near the 11th tee, there's three pine trees, three distinct sets of pines. So I aim at the very left-hand set of pine trees. That way I'm giving myself a chance that if I hit a cut, it's not too bad. So we'll see how we go. Okay, so first part of the equation done. I've hit quite a nice tee shot. It's a little bit into the breeze and a bit wet today, so I didn't quite get it to the bottom of the hill. But interestingly, you can see I'm pretty much in the centre of the fairway here. This is where the ball's finished. And from the tee, I don't know whether you can pick it up on the video, but I was aiming at this left-hand pine over here near the 11th tee. So all the ground kicks that way. And for some reason, I see a lot of people back there on that tee, standing on the left-hand side of the tee, and they actually cut the ball towards the creek. So I certainly take the creek well out of play. But John, if you come around here with the camera, what you're often left with, if you get it to the bottom of the hill, you've got quite a long shot to go over the creek. So I always use my driver, try and get it as far down as I can. But often what you're left with is one of these downhill lies. Now, if I was to hit quite a long shot, because the fairway channels off centre to where I'm hitting from here, what I'm trying to do is get the ball with an iron up in the air and over that Bulimba Creek, obviously, and try and get it as close as I can to the dip. You know, we just want to get our round underway here. It'd be lovely to make a birdie, but if I can make a par and put 5 on my card, I'm delighted. So the downhill shot for this one, I take a little bit more loft. So rather than trying to hit a low lofted club, I want to get the thing airborne. Really, the game, this hole begins, in my opinion, beyond Bulimba Creek. So all of this is about getting it into play. So I'm just going to hit a 5-iron off this downhill slope. I try and get my body to match the slope line. And I try and make sure that as I swing the club through, that my club follows the terrain. I really want it to hug the ground. Often you hit it fat into the creek when your body straightens up into its normal posture, bang, and you thump the ground before you get to the ball. Or if you don't hit the ground and your body's angled back, the club's rising up and you top it into the creek. So most important, match the slope with your body line and continue the club down that terrain. That way you'll get the proper loft and get it up and over the creek. Okay, so we got 141 left, and look, I'm happy enough with that. If I can get the ball down somewhere around 140 metres from the green, if I was just a little bit more to the centre, I could have come a little bit further over to the left. The other issue is off that downhill lie, I really didn't take into account also that it's easy to cut the ball off that lie, so I probably should have aimed a fraction left, but hey, it's golf, so I just got to deal with what I've got. But I'm 141 here to the flag. I've got a little bit of the pine tree sticking out here, but I think if I go and flight the ball properly and just hit a little fade, I should be able to work the ball around there. But again, all I'm trying to do is get it down somewhere near the green, on the green obviously, but if I miss, I want it pretty close. Okay, so probably had one club too many coming in, so I'm left with about probably a 10-metre putt here. But look, that's fantastic. If I can get it anywhere on the green here for 3, and I love making birdies, but if I can make a par on the first hole of Pacific, I'm delighted. Okay, now for you golfers that have got a shot on your handicap here, or 2 shots, the hole actually begins beyond the creek. So often I see people going for the hero shot over the creek, and really wasting that opportunity given that you've got a shot or 2 shots on your handicap. I have to do it playing off, you know, 0. I've got to have a go. I can't lay up or, you know, shorten my second shot to just ensure that I get over the creek. But if you've got a few shots up your sleeve, use them. Okay, we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Five done. As I said, anytime I make 5, I'm delighted. One of the things I often see when I come out here with, you know, my playing partners on a Wednesday, the approach to the first. We've got this beautiful grass leading up, a slight incline to the front of the green, and when the flag's on the front, I very often see people from this distance, sort of 50, 60 metres out, trying to spin a sand iron or something to get the ball to land, you know, pinpoint accuracy on the front so they can stop it near the flag. Look, when you've got an opportunity to play a run-up shot, and if this was a red flag, you know, which means right at the front of our greens, this sort of thing, this shot I would play much more reliably with an 8-iron and just land the ball short and just let the ball just run its way up and onto the green. So a far safer way of going about it than trying to go the aerial route. With all these wedges, you know, 60 degrees and stuff like that, people tend to gravitate towards those, but if you've got good quality grass short of the green, the closer you can land the ball to you, the more accurate you'll be. So, you know, where there's a chance, play that run-up shot. Always terrible grass, etc. Probably not, but when the flags are on the front, play a little run-up shot, much safer way of going about it.